Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Nick, and welcome back to the 90s Guys Show. Now you're probably confused by the thumbnail and the caption title of the video, Motivation. And I also have a picture of my new logo along with a closing Toys R Us. What do those two things have to do with the other? Nothing. I just couldn't pick a thumbnail, so I picked it. Just make it interesting. Motivation. People sometimes have difficulty being motivated. Some people are easier to be motivated. People are motivated by their family, their friends. They could be motivated by, just the way they were brought up. They could be motivated by money, pride. There's a long list of things that a person could be motivated by. And, I had a lot of good teachers that were good motivators. Um, 90s equals last great decade. No shit. Essentially, when it comes to, motivation to do anything in life, do you necessarily need motivation in order to get up in the morning? Some people do. I know I do. For someone who admittedly suffers from anxiety and depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, I do need some type of motivation to get up in the morning sometimes. It's not always easy. I need motivation to get in front of this camera sometimes to record. Sometimes I come home from work and I don't really want to record or do anything. I just want to, watch some Netflix or, play some video games or something. And for those who know what that's like, to have a lack of motivation to do things that you enjoy, you know how difficult it is. I have positive people around me that have created a very motivational environment. I would love to motivate people. I would love to give the ability for people to see how smart, how creative, how necessary they are to everyone around them. You do make a difference. No matter what you do make a difference. You make a difference in your own life. You make a difference in other people's lives, in your job, in your family, in your friendships. You do make a difference. Don't let people discourage you and say, wow, you're 25, you're 19, you're 47, and they compare you to their successes, their things that they've done in their lives. Lots of people ask me, you're going to be 34 next month. You've never been married. You don't have any children. What happened to your life? Nothing bad happened to my life. I don't have a bad life. I chose a different path. I didn't meet the right person. I didn't have kids. That doesn't mean that something horribly went wrong in my life. Did I take a different path? After I got out of high school, I went to college to get a degree in firefighting. And when I got out of college, there just wasn't any jobs available. So I went back to what I did. I worked in a restaurant. And I, worked my way through. And I became a people person, sort of. And doing the job that I do now is wonderful. I'm surrounded by wonderful people, very appreciative, very good job. I enjoy it very much. I work as a maintenance person, and being able to help people on a daily basis is fantastic. Do I save people's lives as a doctor? Of course not. Do I work as a lawyer or a banker or these so-called what people should strive to be? No, I don't. Do I make a difference with people on a daily basis, by trying to be a good person? I'd like to think so. I mean, I'm not a perfect person by any means, but I think that even just, a little bit of encouragement, whether it's, texting a friend who, may be going through some hard times, and you just want to go, hey man, or, I hope everything's cool. I know you don't want to talk about it. I hope everything's good. A simple text, what's up? Just being there for people, even though you know that you can't necessarily help the situation. And I know that a lot of people would look at, motivation as something that, oh, well, I don't need to be motivated. I complete things on my own, and I do things without, the motivation. I don't need that. I don't need the people to, say, hey, you should do this, or, I need encouragement. Nobody has ever done anything on their own. No one is self-made. Everyone has always had some help along the way, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And for those people who are in high school and don't know what to do in college, or for those people that are in college and don't know what you're going to do afterwards, it's okay. It's all right. It's scary, I know. But you don't always have to know what to do. You may change paths multiple times throughout your life. But what really comes down to it, what really is important, is that you're happy with what you're doing. You should never spend a large amount of time on shit that doesn't make you happy. If you're doing shit that makes you miserable, quit doing it. If you're around people who negatively affect your life, walk away from it. If you're with somebody who doesn't appreciate you and doesn't value you for the good person that you are, walk away. You could find someone else who is going to appreciate you, who is going to value you as a person. There's a lot of people out there and a lot of expectation, especially around here in the Midwest, that the expectation is you go to college, you get a job, you get married, you have kids. That's what you do. And, for some people that works for, some people it doesn't. And that's, whatever path you choose, whatever makes you happy is all that matters. So essentially, with the type of motivation that individuals give, whether it's a piece of advice that you may not think you need it now, you may need it on a random Wednesday at 3:30 in the afternoon. You may think back and go, man, my buddy was right. I see where he was coming from. People will offer you all kinds of advice. Some good, some bad, some, that they're not trying to steer you in the wrong direction, but they may or may not have the whole story as to how it applies to you, and that's okay too. I know a lot of people who, definitely could, use a friendly text or a phone call just to say, hey, what's up? How's everything going? How's work? How's your family? The one thing that I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, how can a guy who only has 636 subscribers on YouTube give motivation advice? He's not famous. He's just a guy. Everyone who has started out was just a guy, was just a woman, was just a person. Everybody started from somewhere. Everyone started out as just a person, not an unknown. People know you. Your family knows you. Your friends know you. You know, never think of yourself as an unknown. And if you can hear my dog, she's a fluffy Pomeranian. Yes, Zoe, I'm trying to record. Yeah, I know. But for people who are worried about tomorrow, sometimes they're also worried about 2 weeks from now, things that have not even happened. It's very difficult to think in the moment. It is. For someone who, like me, who has anxiety, trust me, I know that thinking about today is what I should only be thinking about. Not tomorrow, not 4 days from now, not 6 months from now. Today. So, basically, what I'm trying to say is success is not defined by how much money you have, how much stuff you have, how many friends you have. You can have 26 friends. But how many of those friends do you actually talk to on a regular basis? How many of those friends, if you were broke down on the side of the road, if you were depressed off your ass, would answer the phone, would answer a text? Hey man, I need your help. I'm not having a good day. Things are bad. How many of those 26 friends would answer that call, would answer that text? 2, 3, 4, maybe just 1. And I'm not saying that all your friends have to be there for you all the time. That's not what I'm saying. Don't put value on quantity. It's quality. You know, I have probably exactly 3 close friends. And those people I know I can count on. Those are the type of people who have been there through a lot of stuff. They know me. They know the things that have happened. They know what to say without actually asking me, hey, what's wrong? You know? So, essentially, you know, when I do these videos on things from the past, games, TV shows, music, whatever it is, it's my way of talking to the world. It's my way of basically getting myself out there and offering my opinion, offering my knowledge to those who want to listen. I've had people who have trolled and left stupid comments about how, you know, I'm a loser surrounded by toys, or how I'm fat. I'm like, I'm so glad that you took time out of your day to comment on a stranger's video and make fun of his appearance or make fun of his hobby. I'm so glad that you took the time out of your precious day that you could have used for something else. No, you wanted to comment on a video of some person you don't even know and say, this guy's a loser. This guy collects toys. This guy needs to grow up. Maybe there's something wrong with you as to why you feel you need to do that. That is the question right there. Maybe there's something wrong with you. Maybe there's something that you maybe need to reevaluate. There's a lot that, you know, comes with time and experience as to how life's going to go. You know, I'm only 33, going to be 34. Do I know how my life's going to go for the rest of my life? Absolutely not. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. No clue. Anything can happen. You know, I could win the lottery. I could get hit by a bus. Don't know. Life is inevitable. Time is a cruel concept. I couldn't wait to get out of high school. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to get a job. I wanted to get my own place. And just like that, woke up one day, I was 30. I got exactly what I wanted. I was out of high school, I was out of college, at a job, at my own place. And boy, do I miss those carefree days of, you know, working part-time at the restaurant and, you know, just waiting to go out and, you know, play video games or go see a movie with friends. Didn't have to worry about bills other than gas money and car insurance. Didn't have to worry about any of that. Just, you know, enjoyed my time, I guess. That's why I love the, you know, the late 80s and early 90s so much. The music, the clothes, the TV, all of it. It reminds me of a much simpler time. And I'm sure a lot of you agree that there's a song or a TV show or, you know, something that you own from when you were younger, that when you look at it or listen or watch it, it reminds you of a better time in your life. People tell me all the time, you can't live in the past. I understand that. But it's a sure awesome time to be able to visit it as much as I can. But anyways, I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing, for watching the videos, for leaving comments. Hit the subscribe button down below if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up, it sure helps the channel. Hit the little bell icon to make sure that you get all notifications for all my videos. I'm Dr. Nick, and I'm checking out.